Hi guys, Michelle Wedderts with you here today, and I am going to take you with me through the process of putting together my layout today for this week's edition of the Sunday Sketch Challenge. First, I've actually got the sketch already loaded on my iPad. I download them when I get them, so I automatically have them on here. But you can also just, save an image from the actual blog, or an easy way for me to do it is to pin my sketch. And then when I go back through my pins, I can save things to my photo roll, such as sketches or, anything that, sparks me as, something I can use to make something with. I put on here so I have easy access to them and I can just keep looking at it. So today, as you can see, this is our sketch. It's a single photo, 12 by 12. With some layers and some, dots of ink and a title right here with your journaling. Super simple, lots of white space, and I love it. This sketch is me. So I am going to put this to the side, but I'll refer to it a couple times. Sometimes I'll look at it once and just go with it. Other times I look at it a lot because I really like this particular sketch, and I know I really want to stick with it pretty closely. So I'll move that to the side. One note is that I did mention it's a 12 by 12, and I am going to convert that to a 9 by 12 because that is the size that I scrap in most of the time. And I'll give you some tips on doing that. It's pretty easy to take a page orientation and apply that to a different size. So let's go. These are the supplies I'm working with, pieces of the February main scrapbook kit, as well as some puffy stickers from the embellishment kit. So I'm going to move these to the side, kind of in a small space here where I'm doing this, so I'm going to do my best. So here I've actually already done a little bit of work just because I am in a small space and I'm sort of slow, so I wanted to speed up things just a little bit. But I'll go with you through them. So here we go. Here's our page, and my picture is going to be center. This was actually a square photo, but I cropped it in my pick frame and kind of stretched it a little bit just so it would be a little bit longer, like the picture in the sketch. So here's this. I'm going to go with this really fun blue arrowhead paper. I like that a lot. And then because in the sketch, I'm going to show it to you, you have everything kind of layered on the side here. I went ahead and I'm going to layer even more than is on the sketch just because I want to bring in some more colors that go with the picture. So I've actually cut this 3x4 card down from the paper from Bloom, the cut apart paper. And I picked this one because it's got lots of red and pink, and there's a little bit of red in the playground equipment, so that was my reason behind using this pretty floral paper. So I'm going to layer everything on the side like it is in the sketch, and I'm going to use this as part of the little die cuts that came from Pink Paisley's new collection that's in the main kit. And I'm going to layer in a doily, make it extra girly. I think that floral paper. There we go. So this is, I think, going to be the base of my layout. I'm going to pull it a little bit closer to me so I can work with my layers. They're not very straight, but I know this is where I want it. Like the sketch, I'm centering the main focus of my layout. I'm going to go ahead and I'll stick with that. And then I want this peeking out just a little bit more here because you're not going to see it on this side. And this right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and staple this if I can hold it down in one piece like this. I do this for a lot of my layering when I have lots of things I don't want to glue them back because I'll get them wrong usually. It won't be just like I liked it. So, okay. A little bit crooked, but I can adjust it a little bit as I'm working. In fact, now I'll actually stick it down a little bit so it doesn't move. There we go. And there you have it. My layers are all put together. And I will end up this. I know I'm not going to layer anything underneath this, so I can put my adhesive pretty close to the edge. There you go. There you go. And see, I have just a little bit of that floral paper peeking out, but it makes a big difference if I hadn't included it. Adds just a little bit more color in it. And then I can pull from those colors if I want for the rest of my embellishing. There you go. My stuff always moves. I'm not the straightest scrapbooker. Okay, so that's the basic. I'm going to go ahead and refer back to this sketch again. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start figuring out if my title is going to go where it says it is. Sometimes my title moves because it just doesn't fit with what thickers I'm using or whatever title I'm using. I'm going to use Fly. That's going to be the name of my layout because she's flying across the monkey bars. And as much as I want to go with the bigger ones, I actually think the smaller letters are going to work better. So here we go. I'm fiddling around with this thing, and I want it in here. But that's going to mess up my theme. Actually thinking about that little banner that's layered underneath here on the sketch. I'm going to go ahead and get that in because that might just change up where I want my picture to be. I'm just going to cut apart this little paper on the cut apart sheet. It's kind of perfect size for a little banner. Sometimes when I use my titles, I'll put them on my little quilting roller that, I ironically don't use for quilting. I use for paper crafting. I used to quilt. But scrapbooking has a much better match for my attention span. Fly. Maybe I should do flying. That way it'll fit better. Let me see. Making my title a little bigger is going to fill that space a little bit. So there's not so much of a gap between my title and the little banner there. It just makes everything a little bit tighter. Okay. So I'm happy with that. Now referring back to the sketch, today's sketch. There are these corner pieces. And what I decided to do is just go ahead and just do one corner. I think that's what I like the best, but I could do both of them. Or I could even layer this over a piece of pattern paper and just cut off the edges and do it that way. But I'm not going to do that because I want to do it this way. So just stick that down. Alright, now it's time for the fun part, the embellishing. I still have this piece here that I kind of thought I might want to use. Like I said, my space is a bit of a disaster. Okay, I saw these and I thought these might be kind of cool. There's Voila, which is kind of a good thing because she made across the monkey bars. Something she's been really working on. Thought that would be fun, maybe to layer under here. So I'm going to layer this here, but I'm not going to glue it down because I want to make sure it goes with my embellishing that I'm going to use. I'm going to lay it right over that picture. Well, here we go. I know I want to use a big, big heart. Not a big giant one because it's going to be, but like, there we go. Now that I'm looking at this again, I really am not liking the blue heart sticker. It just seems like there's so much blue on my layout. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and I think I am going to switch it out for the pink heart, which is something I initially considered. And I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm also going to go ahead and adhere my Voila tag because I am happy with this little embellishment cluster. I also like how it's kind of a lighter shade of pink. You really can't see it that well here, but it is, so it adds just another bit of color. Right now I am considering what to put in this space right here on the photo. I could put nothing, but I think it's a fun opportunity to add in another one of these fun puffy stickers. I can't decide between one or the other, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut them out so the plastic backing is still on there and try them out and see what I like. I went ahead and stuck with the pink one again to add in some more color. Now I am going back again to look at the sketch to see exactly what I finished up with. I've done all my layering. I've added in my little banner underneath the little block of pattern paper. I've got my embellishment cluster. I've got my title going on there. I still need to do my journaling. That usually comes last. I also need to add in some mist droplets. So that is what I am going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and add in some drops of gold mist. I got some mist droplets on, so I just, instead of using a paper towel, I used my sweater that I was wearing. It's completely washable, so we're cool. I think at this point I am almost finished. I think I am going to add some stitching in, but I usually do that last. And I'll have to wait a little bit now because I have those mist droplets going on there, so I can't run it through my machine. I am going to add a stamp as my last little thing here. I'm choosing one of the stamps that say "Make It Happen," which is just perfect because my daughter was, really trying hard to get across the monkey bars, and she did it. So it is the perfect little last touch to my layout. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'm looking forward to sharing more layouts with you in the future.